Tell me, friends, do you or don't you homeschool during the summer? Hey, welcome back to Regular Secular Mama. If you're new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a homeschooling mom to two kiddos currently ages 10 and 12 years old. We are wrapping up our 6th year of homeschooling. Can you believe it? It's been such a weird year. We have had so many changes and it's just been a really weird homeschooling year. So I'm definitely ready for a summer break. That said, we may still be doing a few things during our summer. Before we go any further though, this video is part of the Homeschool Show and Tell collaboration that's hosted by Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way. Thank you so much, ladies, for putting together this collaboration. It has been so much fun joining in on the months that I could and connecting with other creators on YouTube. After you're done watching this video, be sure to go down to my description where I'll share a link to the playlist where you can see where everybody else is sharing what they're doing for the summer. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I will be sharing with you what we're doing for summer, but first, we are moving into a house. I'm so excited. We close on our house in about 2 weeks. I am thrilled to be out of our camper, honestly. We did this whole experiment. We tried living in an RV. We did save a ton of money and simplified our life quite a bit, but it's just not really working for our family for a number of reasons, not least of which the fact that I have 4 cats. It's just too much. And I'm not gonna lie, homeschooling in an RV is really, really difficult. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, despite having a really great library system here. So I will do my best, of course, to keep up with my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to get ahead and get some videos made so I can get those out to you while we're, transitioning. But of course, I may not actually have a video every week for you. I'm sorry. I appreciate your support and thank you for sticking with me this far. Okay, so summer. It has been such a wild year. Normally, what we do is we take a very long winter break from Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's, so it winds up being about 6 weeks. That is really like the bulk of our break for the year. However, we do still like having a summer break and a break in between one school year and the next school year. So we normally take about 4 weeks off during the summer. In Texas, we did this because it was very, very hot and sticky and we just didn't want to be outside all the time. So we would do, a couple of fun things like a summer camp or a splash pad or something, maybe a trip to the beach. But then we would just start back up with school while it was still hot and we just wanted to be in the air conditioning. Of course, the heat has not changed. It's a more humid heat versus the dry heat in Texas, but it's still hot and muggy and sticky and we don't want to be outside in the summer. Now, because we moved from a house into an RV and we moved from Texas to Florida, we did not start school on time. Surprise, surprise, right? But we did start school a little bit later in August, and normally we would start maybe mid-July or even early July. So we kind of had to push school later than I would like to, and we're actually just now wrapping up the kids' math books. Normally what we do is the kids work until they finish their math books, and then everything else gets paused until we start school back up the following year. Now, we are still basically doing the same thing where we try to finish our math book before we break for summer, but we're kind of taking a lackadaisical approach to the end of the school year. We haven't really been doing a whole lot except for math and maybe a little bit of history or a read aloud. Part of the reason for that is we have made some really wonderful friends here in the RV park. There are a couple other families with kids that my kids love to go outside and play with. We go to the pool here at the RV park and it's just been a really fun summer experience with them being out of public school. Since we'll be moving into our house in a couple of weeks and we won't be right next door or right down the street from these kids, I wanted to take advantage of that as much as I could and let my kids really enjoy that time with them. That's kind of the main reason why we're taking a really easy approach to these last few weeks of school. We're also feeling just a little bit burnt out. It is a tight space, there's no surprise there. It's been a little bit hard with trying to organize materials in such a small space and, not get in each other's way. So we're feeling a little bit burnt out from that and we just don't want to be, at each other's throats so much at the end of this school year when we're trying to enjoy our, pool time and stuff. But yeah, like I said, we are almost done with those math books. We just have maybe 1 or 2 more weeks until they get finished up with with those, and then we will officially start our summer break. Now, during our summer break, we don't have any travel plans. Obviously, we'll be moving into a house, so we may be a little bit busy with that. I don't really have any sort of school plans or, learning related activities that I want to do with them. There are a couple of things I might try to work in if we have some downtime or if we have some rainy days, which there are a lot of rainy days in the summer in Florida. It's like every afternoon. On those type of days where we just want to fill in our time with something, I would like to continue working on our history lessons. We already started working through Build Your Library Level 6 History, so I'd like to just continue that. I know that with working in some things from River of Voices, that we may take a little bit longer than expected to finish Build Your Library. So if we can get ahead a little bit over the summer when we have some downtime, that would be really nice. I'm also not sure how much longer I can combine my kids for history and do it all together and read aloud and do those activities as a group. So I really want to kind of monopolize my kids' time while I can. Eventually, my daughter's gonna break off and do, high school history, and it'll just be me and my son. So I wanna, use that time while we can still do stuff together. Other than that, I'm not really planning on doing any sort of like school subjects or anything with them. They read a lot anyway, just in their downtime, so I'm not really worried about making sure they're reading over the summer. The local library has some, reading bingos and things, so that's been kind of fun for them to keep motivated to read. Other than that, though, I don't really have anything planned. There is one thing that I've been doing for the past 2 summers to kind of give a little bit of structure and educational value to our time during the day, and that is a short list of things that my kids are required to do before they, engage in any sort of screen time or whatever. So that list might have something like, read something that you enjoy, spend some time working on your math facts. I have these that are my favorite resource for checking on their math facts, and they're these wrap-up things. They're shaped like a key, and the kids just start at the top here, and this will be like, times 1. So 4 times 1 would be 4, so they'd wrap it around. I'm sure you've seen these before if you're at all familiar with homeschool materials. They're a lot of fun. There are a lot of different things that you can get for these, like fractions or states and capitals, things like that. So I just keep multiplication and division on hand so they can work on those over the summer. And then I also have a couple of sets of flashcards. I believe these are both from the same company, School Zone. So yeah, they can choose how they want to, go over their math facts, but that's another thing they'll do every day. Other things on that list might be something different, like, do something kind for somebody else, or spend some time playing outside, or something like that. So I have yet to put that list together for this summer, but it's probably going to be very similar to what I've done in the past. Last year, one way I handled screen time was I actually gave them a screen time budget, and I credit a friend of mine with this idea. This is not my idea, but they had a certain amount of screen time that they were allotted for the week, and they could kind of choose when to use that time and what to use it for. And then when they ran out of time for the week, that was it until the next week started. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that again. I don't know. I might just say whatever and just have fun. We have such a weird, summer planned. But yeah, as always, I love interacting with you guys, and I would love to hear what you are planning to do for the summer. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what your plans are for the summer. Are you going to continue doing any school during the summer? Do you have any travel plans? We always have the beach. That's like 15 minutes away, so that's not really travel. But don't forget about the playlist down in the description. You can see what all the other homeschool mamas on YouTube are doing for their summer break. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!